Hello everyone, in today's discussion we are going to talk about design thinking towards the course Foundations of Algebra and Number Theory as an application towards cryptography, and where we are going to talk about encryption, decryption, so in these various areas. First of all, let us understand and first of all let us discuss what is design thinking. What are the various stages in design thinking? We have 5 stages. I think you all very well know. As you know, what is the first stage? Define. So define is the area where we are going to talk about the empathy of a customer, empathy of a society, or empathy of a businessman, whatever. So he has some kind of issue or some kind of thing to be rectified. He wants some work to be done. That is his maybe pain point, some kind you can say. So in reality, even in engineers, so there are certain areas where they want some applications of mathematics to be involved to maybe in the manufacturing area or maybe in designing area, applications area. They want the mathematicians to work for them so that to get some good products outputs. Okay. So as an empathy, so the customer comes to me, engineer comes to me, and they say, so this is my project. This is the area where I need your support. So what we as mathematicians we do is we take some ideas of our discipline, we try to connect with the concept what he is with, the project with what he is coming here. So that is, I am going to define, so he is going to define a problem to me. So up to that problem, I am going to do a mathematical modeling. I am going to plan some structures, some concepts from mathematics involved into this. So that is the first stage, define. So defining the problem. So what is the second stage? So second stage is connected with empathy. So as I told you now, so first we see what is the problem and what is the, so we are defining the concept. With the definition of the problem, we are going to see, okay, this is the problem. So what is the problem faced by the engineer or the society or whatever. So what kind of support I could give, what kind of idea I could give. So in these areas, so what kind of planning I could do. So what's the next level? So after knowing the real pain points of my society or customer, I will be planning some ideas. So in that, the concept that comes is ideate. So I am going to ideate. I am going to list out a set of domains I have, kind of methodologies I have, or the concepts I have, which suits the scenario, which suits the problem, So I am going to connect with it. I am going to connect with it. So which are the areas, which are the places I could go and study, and I can retrieve some relations and work out on that. So what is the next level? So prototype is the area where I am going to finalize. Okay, these are, as I said, ideate is the very important area where I am going to list out what all the possible ideas I could connect with this. From there I am going to select particular areas, particular solutions or particular outcomes which can be rightly suited to that problem. Am I right? So to the next level, after prototyping, finally I have to evaluate, I have to test, I have to validate. So whether what the concept I have implemented, applied, whatever, so whether it is giving the right outcome, output, what the customer is required, what the customer is in need of. So that is, all these stages put together makes a proper application towards a project. Am I right? So in this idea, in this approach, what I am trying to do is I am going to plan some algebraic concepts, algebraic structures and number theory where it rightly gets suited to cryptography. So in your field as IoT students, Internet of Things is a blooming area where we come across the concept of blockchain technology, which is very much important in cryptography. In these places, what I am going to plan is I am going to study what are the possible methodologies, what are the possible ideas I have in mathematics. I am trying to connect with cryptography, where mathematics plays a very important place in the idea of what? Security. So to give a strong security, so that a secure transaction can happen, a secure message transfer can happen. In these areas, what are the maximum possible delivery I could do? What are the features I have which rightly stools from algebra. Maybe recently we are discussing about groups, rings, field, semi-ring, then various kind of mappings were there, homomorphism, isomorphism, like again many mappings are doing lot of works into this. So as students, as blooming engineers, I want you to think on this, like what we discussed in the class, what the concept we discussed in the class, like what I was telling you now, rightly gets connected with cryptography. So you can make use of it so that it is exactly implemented in your real-time scenario. Okay, thank you for listening.